Greetings and salutations. It's your man D Boogie once again. Taste and Sense with D Boogie. Guess what we got today? We got another house. Under the radar, starter house, just getting their feet wet. My man Gidon over at Essence Kingdom. You know, got some luxury-inspired, handcrafted fragrances, you know, vegan, GMO-free, out all the harmful chemicals, using natural oils and alcohol. So, you know, he got a couple of eau de parfums, and I was checking through them, and there wasn't a lot. You know, it's very new, so he didn't really have a lot of, like, you know, a lot of note breakdown and things. He had a couple of little pictures, you know, with some hints of some notes in the pictures of the fragrances. So I was kind of like, okay, this is a freshie. This one is supposed to be warm, I assume. So, you know, I reached out to him and was like, hey, you know, what's you know, tell me a little bit about your fragrances and things like that. You know, I do reviews, and that's when he told me that, you know, he does luxury inspired. You know, he's very passionate about trying to give, you know, people access to high quality scents, you know, that because he knows that fragrances inspire confidence. You know, they make people feel joy. So he wants to offer luxury inspired fragrances. Some of them might be, none of them are clones, you know, but they are luxury inspired. A lot of them are twists, are his takes on, that's what people don't get. Inspired fragrances, they're not one-to-one clones. They are where people have smelled a fragrance and then they've done something different with that fragrance. They've added something to it. They've taken something out. They've amplified, made more of, you know, to make one more note prevalent than another. You know, so the inspirations are, I like the twists a lot of times, because, you know, you're not just stealing somebody's, you know, one-to-one. Give me an inspiration. Give me your take on it. Because, like, whereas I'm not a huge fan of imagination. Everybody that knows me knows that, you know, because it's too soapy. I don't really go for soapy. If I want soap, I'm going to get the soap. I got plenty of Bath and Body Works and Mr. Squatch. And I got all kind of, you know, soap and stuff that I use. But when I want to smell good, I want my fragrance to smell like fragrance, not soap. But anywho, my man Jerion created this one, and it's his take on imagination, and he took a lot of that soapiness out of it, and I love it. And it's called Wet Dreams, but that's another story for anyway. But anyway, my man Gidon, he reached out and he said, yeah, brother, I'd love to see, you know, what you think about my fragrances. So I'm going to, you know, send you some. And he did. He sent me one. He sent me two. He sent me three. And he sent me four. So like I said, I've seen a few people online that have talked about it, but I haven't really seen anybody get into any depth. You know, these just people, a lot of people say that some of these smell good, but that's subjective. So we're going to jump right into them. He sent me, the first one he sent me, I'll jump into, is called Royal Aqua Blue. And it is 50 mil EDP concentration. Yeah, eau de parfum. Opens fairly easy. I'll throw that over there. Box is a box. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that because I got 4 fragrances and I wanna. Nice frosted glass, got some weight to it. With wooden plastic, you know, the kind of plastic that feels like wood. Nice cap, nice construction. Okay, let's see. Pressurized atomizer, okay, all right. Very fresh, citrusy in the air. Citrus, definitely citrus on top. Watery, aquatic, almost it's sweet bubblegummy, but it's almost got like a it's almost like I like this. It's almost like Invictus and with a Ganymede. I don't know, you know what I mean? Because it's got like the sweetness, the bubble gumminess of like an Invictus Aqua, but it's got a little more of like a sharpness to it. Almost like a chromium, a metallic. This is nice though. Little more, even though it may be organic alcohol, you still get a little bit of a blast of alcohol in the beginning, but it dissipates fairly quickly. Yeah, it's sharp, metallic, citrusy, but it's got some sweetness to it. Look, it's like Invictus and Ganymede are doing the Humpty dance. And I like it. I don't see where this would be not safe, work safe, you know, just everyday, warm weather mainly. Almost, now that it's drying down, it's changing. It's not as sharp. But it is. It's not Bleu de Chanel because it doesn't really have that shower jelly, but kinda. But it's a blue. It's a really nice blue fragrance. I mean, if you like take all the components of all the mass appealing blue fragrances that you can think of and then give it a splash of Ganymede. clean, but not overly soapy, not shower jelly. This is actually pretty good. Keaton, starting off pretty good, my friend. I'm kind of not saying I'm disappointed, but I know everybody always he likes everything. No, I don't. That's the thing. But these houses that have been sending me work lately have been very, very good, and that's just what it is. They've been very good. Okay. Starting to get a little more, now it's starting to develop into a little more of that shower jelly type of, still kind of a mesh between like Invictus and Bleu de Chanel, and still good. The next one we have this one is called Royal Ember by Essence Kingdom. Royal Ember. Same box. I'm not going to get into all that. It is what it is. Sit that over there. This bottle is not frosted. It's clear, but it's still that thick, heavy glass. Top kind of snaps snugly in place. Nice, secure collar. No leakage. Let's see. Another good atomizer. Raspberry oud. Amber. Saffron, maybe. It's probably definitely picking up on the raspberry and the oud. That kind of cotton candy-ish. Not really jammy and sticky, but more of a fluffy kind of raspberry. Put that on skin too. Oh. Yeah, fruit, oud, amber. Well done. But I've probably got a whole row of fragrances that are fruit and oud of some sort that are in this same vein. I like the oud in it though. I do like his choice of oud. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I don't know if it's got maybe, I don't know if it's peony or maybe a rose in there to give it some kind of floral, but this one's nice. Very unisex. Yeah, Royal Ember. Now, still my favorite. This one's good. Still good. Still good. But like I said, just not reinventing the wheel because I've got so many like it. Now, I've got a lot of blue fragrances too, but a lot of them lean a little more soapy than I'd like, or, whatever. And this is, it's pretty good, still pretty good. Still got a little soapiness, a little bit of that shower jelly mass appeal, but we'll see. Like I say, we'll see. Because I like the opening of the aqua blue more than the dry down. The dry down is getting a little soapier. It's getting soapier and soapier by the minute. This one is close to the skin. It doesn't pop off. The aqua blue pops off the skin. Sillage. Yeah, it's not bad though. It's good. It's good. They're both good. So on to this next one. Now this next one is called Ether. And this one is one of his new line. It hasn't even launched yet. It hasn't even hit. You can get the Royal Ember and the Royal Aqua and the Royal Aqua Blue. Those three are available on his site, but these are the ones that are coming. They have not even hit yet. So your boy is going to be testing these before, the mass public. So we're going to see. He stepped up his box game, presentation game, definitely. Pretty nice little bottle. Kind of a Dior Sauvage-esque type bottle, but the cap is a little different. Sturdy, fits in there snug. Ether. So let's go. Let's jump into it. Good atomizer. Cherry Luden's medicinal, kind of medicated cherry, cough syrup-ish a little bit. I really don't smell much else with this one. Cherry. This smells like a box of Nerds. The candy, Nerds. Like the sour. It smells like sour candy. It's not bad. It just smells like candy. It's not like... In the beginning, you get like this almost medicated cherry, medicinal cherry. Some woods. Okay, on skin, it is a little different. 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 It maybe some juniper, some cedar, but it still smells like sour candy, but not like sour, like bad. Just the dry down on this is getting, it's nice though. That first 30 seconds was just, I just didn't know what to say about it, but not bad. Smells a little, smells a little synthetic. Um, I think this one would make a great, like, room fragrance. The dry down though. Ow. Just once again, these are just first impressions. You can't ever really judge a fragrance in the first 2-3 minutes. I mean, it's impossible. Fragrances have layers, so you have to let them develop and get to the heart note, the base note, the top note. You have to go through all of those. See, because now this one is a lot more like shower jelly. It's still good, but it's very mass appealing. Very much it's a blue fragrance. See, and now the Royal Ember is so much better. Still light, more of a intimate, close skin scent, but that raspberry and that oud, warm. The amber kind of keeps it kind of tucked in. It's pretty good. I don't know. Jury's still out on this one. It's not bad. I just don't know. Just don't know. I don't know what that is in there. I'm picking up. It's not bad. It's just. To be continued with that one. Ether. And last, but hopefully not least, we started off strong. Let's keep it up. This one is in that same type of line, and this one is called Faron. All right. So very much like the other one, same type of bottle, but it's got a smooth instead of a knobbed, ridged cap. Fits on the same way. Proof Scent to Puff. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. It smells like wheat. Wheat, wood, maybe a hint of booze. Almost like a rye type of smell. Like molding clay, wet cement. I mean, I don't know what inspired this, what this is inspired by, whether or not this is a standalone. But if this is a standalone, it is definitely a very, very niche smelling scent. Gidon, if this is inspired by something, please, you got to let me know what this is, because I am not familiar with this one, brother. To a lot of people, this might be extremely, just like absolutely hell to the no. Your boy likes a challenge, though. This is definitely not for the faint of heart. Yeah. Yeah. Some might like it, some might not. Now, for me, I can't say I like it or not until I actually wear it all. But as of right now, this would be the one that would be pretty much would be a hard pass, um, just because most people just wouldn't get it. They just wouldn't get it. Ether, still like a room spray, very, very aromatic, but like a room spray. Not like, not like these other two. Now, your first two, the Royal Aqua Blue and the Royal Ember, yeah. But like I said, to be continued. Gidon, I appreciate you, man, sending stuff out to me. I wish you the best. I hope you can put out some more bangers. Maybe work out some kinks in those other ones, and let's try it again. You know what I'm saying? That Royal Ember, that one, yeah, yeah. That's the one, two. And I'll go with I'll even take the Pharaon over the Ether. The Ether just smells like air freshener. But anywho, I appreciate it. And for everybody who made it this far, I appreciate you. Y'all the real ones. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until the next time, you know what it is. Love, peace, hair grease.